this must obviously bring back memories for you of what happened a few years ago. Do you feel that security in and around Westminster and Whitehall is significantly improved since that time?
Yeah, it does bring back memories. There's no doubt about it. I mean, firstly, it reminds us of the incredible bravery that every police officer goes through, unaware of as how their day may unfold. They put on the uniform, they say goodbye to their families, and they depart. And thankfully, today's events, there were no reports of any injuries. But it shows you what our police have to do in order to keep us safe. They go through well-rehearsed protocols to ensure Downing Street and number 10 and the surrounding areas of Westminster are safe. There have been vast changes, as you know. Going into Parliament itself, the security checks are very, very different indeed. I do recall on that horrible day back in March 2017, when some of us were trying to save this life of PC Keith Palmer, as he reported, a motorbike actually came in. It was a delivery vehicle, I think, just trying to drop something off. And the gates remained open throughout the entirety of the attack. There wasn't a panic button, if you like, that closed down all the gates throughout the entire estate. And I think it was a recognition of the desire for us as parliamentarians to want to be as open and as accessible as possible. But today's attack and that horrible event back in March 2017 remind us that there are those that wish us harm, and we have to strike a very careful balance between having accessibility but being able to go about our work in a very safe environment.
That must be right, getting that balance right, because one of the great glories of the British Constitution is that any constituent can come into the central lobby, fill out a green slip and ask to see his or her Member of Parliament. And that immediacy, that openness, is, I think, one of our democracy's great strengths. On the other hand, security has to make it a place that's safe for people to work in and ensures that incidents like today are dealt with very quickly and everything's closed down, as seems to have happened after the driver went into the barriers around Downing Street.
Yes, absolutely right. I mean, we are fortunate to have what we call the mother of all parliaments, a symbol across the world of what democracy is about. You know, the Big Ben, Westminster Tower, the number 10 as well. But they're also very much functional buildings where parliamentarians, the executive, the legislative, absolutely operate. And so we do need to strike that balance. There's still much to learn about what happened today. The mental state of this driver, his nationality, the motive, was it premeditated? Was he acting alone? Was this a big distraction in order to get the Prime Minister to move somewhere else? There's an awful lot of questions the police will be going to. It's worth also underlining, I think, the work that our intelligence services do as well, because one of the reasons why we are perhaps safer, arguably, than in other parts of the world is because we're able to thwart many of the attacks because of the incredible work that MI5, MI6 and GCHQ does in being able to intervene before these attacks actually are able to escalate or provide a threat themselves.
Well,